Well, the cherries will soon be ripe for the picking, and it'll be a race between, got one spot colour for you, between myself and the birds for the cherries. The usual annual race between, they don't touch them, and they're not quite ready and ripe. They should go that sort of dark red colour, and they'll be very ripe sort of things. Anything up there? No. They're all sort of up there, down there. Okay, well, that's what we'll, anyways, pull out, as you do. Anyway, I don't know if contest between, I don't know if Lady Pauline and Lady Penelope like a bit of hardcore parkour, but we've certainly had a bit of amazement here. I put an extra, they're getting up to the top there, I put an extra bottle in there, an extra 2.4 litres of universal surfactant, which is basically 2 lots of 2.4, which is 4.8, almost on 5 litres, and it's almost on 5 litres, but it's got 2 litres of the unexpanded pellets in it, and yet it's still only coming up to there, and I may have to give it another day. But yeah, let's bring it over in the sun, just so you can get a better butcher's at it. Yeah, see there? So where's that line again? Yeah, somewhere down there, I think. Can we get it? There's the line. See that? So 4.8 litres. It's just, well, that's about 4.8 litres. So I've put. It's almost as though the newspaper cellulose, the unexpanded cat litter has no volume, almost. And this one here, again, it's if I get some of it off. Yeah. Now we bring this over. So it's again down at the 4.8 litres. So basically, it's as though the coir and the newspaper cellulose isn't even in the fluid sort of thing. It's like it's almost like if it is expanding at all, it's expanding independently of the fluid that it's in. Anyway, I think that's going to need, I'm not sure, I'm just going to put my hand in to see what it's like. I may need to put no, there's enough fluid. I was thinking of putting another bottle in there, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to need to do that. So this brick, when it falls apart, with the, I'm just going to break some of these things up. Yeah, sort of. I think I might leave it for another day actually. Just break it up by hand here, and see if we get any more expansion at all, and see what the fluid level comes to, because at the moment it's staying, well, so we've still got some ways to go there, you can see in there. So very interesting there. So it's still got some, so we'll see. So it looks like a so-called, I don't know how much, I think I threw the blurb into the bin, but I think I've got JPEGs on online. How many litres this makes? Is it? I'm sure they always say it makes about a 10 litre bucket or something. Yeah. So normally, it comes up to a good, almost a bucket's load sort of thing. So it's be very interesting. Ooh, I think I'm going to have to do it two-handedly or something. Anyway, so that's what we're basically going to leave that there. I'll leave it another day, I think, and just see before we mix it off. And if it hasn't really expanded up, then we'll go tomorrow, I think. But that's about it for today. Nothing much to report. Nothing much to report there. I don't think we've got anything to report out here. Yeah, we're still on a spot colour, aren't we? Still okay. Getting lots of sunlight now in the mornings. Don't know if this one's going to make a sort of move, but these are doing well. I don't know. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm going to try this Koya newspaper cellulose, probably 1/3. I might do 2 buckets, like flip the ratio. So we do in 1 bucket 1/3 universal surfacted newspaper cellulose granules and 2/3 Koya, surfacted Koya, and then in another bucket I flip the ratio so it's the other way around. You got 2/3 of surfacted newspaper cellulose granules, and the other way around. So and that's putting out quite a nice leaf there. So so far, peat, newspaper cellulose, and your surfacted newspaper cellulose, peat and sand is a better one, but it's not too bad for the Koya there. So it's just that peat's too expensive these days, and it's too hard to get the bales. You've got to go all the way up to Garden Grove at Golden Grove sort of thing. Yeah, Garden Grove. That's the name of the nursery, and it's all out at Golden Grove. And maybe going to get some spotting on this fairly shortly, not sure, but this one's still putting out still going, so that's not bad for just surfacted sand and having candles around the outside. So some of these little ones were struggling and are struggling, so this one still hasn't made a move or a response. Oh, I did see a pollinator on these Venus flytrap flowers, a little tiny little beetle-like flying sort of insect sort of thing. Had a beetle-like end to the body, and different. He was over on this one over here, so I don't know if he's still around. This group of plants, flying from one to the other. He was on this one here. No, I can't see him around, but anyway, I don't know if they're going to make a move on here, fellas, but it'll be interesting to see. So, this leaf looks like it's going to make a move, so and looks like this one down the base is starting to open up, so it's going to go now. I reckon it's going to become slightly exponential. Found out what was wrong with this one, fellas. Had a caterpillar inside. That's what was bent. The caterpillar bent it round and gone inside and has eaten its way out. It's making like a cocoon sort of thing. This one looks like it might be coming back, but I don't know what happened to that one. Maybe it's something to do with the caterpillar. Maybe the caterpillar not munched on that before it went inside the Sarracenia pitcher. Oh, yeah. It's nowhere. I mean, we got to give Don Gray some fun to have a good laugh at, but he only sticks to Sarracenia. I don't think he does much else. I mean, if he had a greenhouse full of Cephalotus, well, that's when I go down on hand and bended knee sort of respect. If he had a whole tunnel house, like a big one, what he has for the Sarracenia, if he had one of those for Cephalotus or something like that. Okay, yeah, could do better, but that's not bad for chalk, sand, and newspaper cellulose on the top. It may get better over time, but we might be able to make it better once we find out. We might discover that surfacted. Oh yes, that's the other thing I want to say. Yes, that was the other thing. I think I found out what's going on with the copper and what it's all about. I made this one up with the universal surfactant, and we've got a bit of a surprise here, fellas. So do you think the old Gregorius Perk has figured it out there? Well, there you go, fellas. That's the universal surfactant with some copper in there. I think that says it all, basically. Green up the top, blue down the bottom, and I think we have an angle on the copper now. Okay. Anyway, that's about it for today. As I said, I'm making another one there to go. I'm putting that one over here, so I'll make that one up and get it ready to go for when the fly traps come in the shop. Knowing my luck, as per usual, this year they'll decide. Cherries are so bad this year, we're not going to send any fly traps into the States. But apparently, according to that other bloke the other day, they come down from the Northern Territory, not Northern Territory, it's Queensland, he said. Yeah, Queensland and Northern Territory are not quite the same. Not quite the same. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, hopefully we'll see more of a move of this over time, but and I think some of those granules are going to green in the next 1, 2 or 3 days, I reckon, by the looks of them. If I keep watering it on a regular basis, they're going to green, I think, which is a lot faster greening time than we would normally do. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there, fellas, but all this green stuff is starting to get really dark, almost sagey green now. So this nice verdant green that we had before is starting to get this sort of really dark sagey green. So whether it's changing, competing, I don't know what's going on there, fellas, but we might see a bit of a move there. I don't know. Either the plant's going to die or it's going to make a move. And this one in here, it's sort of getting toughened up in the centre there. If I can get the sunlight on it, can you see that, fellas? Go down there. Looks like that one's going to make a move soon. These one, not happy about it, fellas. I think that's the wrong pathway. It was a nice idea at the time, but as with many theories, they don't last long in this workshop. They're pretty rapidly destroyed. Okay, so don't let anyone give you that bullshit. Liverwort's a lot harder to grow than you think. Okay, over and out. See ya.